Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Tetzaveh. Generally, if you build it, they will come is not a suggested marketing strategy. Getting one's product out there, especially a website or an app, takes hard work. But there are times, if you build it, they will come. There are times when a website or an app provides a service so popular that people flock to it without any marketing. While it is rare, sometimes if you simply build it, magical things will happen. While flocking people to an unmarketed website is phenomenal to watch, the success is not without effort. The first steps were made with the building of the website. This Dvar Torah will discuss the results of taking first steps. Sometimes to accomplish something great, one only needs to take the first steps. This Dvar Torah aims to explain to the reader how taking the first steps can set events into motion, and to push the reader to take the first steps towards great accomplishments. Our Sedra closes the discussion of the building of the tabernacle with a declaration from God. I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel, and I will be their God. The sequence of this verse invites analysis. Why is it that God becomes our God only after He dwells in our midst? It seems that God is God and our God, whether or not He dwells in our midst. The verse speaks of God's unique providence shown towards the Jewish people. Dwelling in our midst means that God protects us. The verse seems to be suggesting that once we know of God's protection, we will accept His commands. It would be a mistake to think that it is only after we receive God's protection that we accept Him as our God. When we review last week's Sedra, we remember the command to build me a tabernacle, and I will dwell in your midst. It is only when we take the first steps of building a place to gather to relate to God does God provide His protection. It is then that we truly understand God and accept Him as our God. In the tabernacle, our relationship with God, and in many other areas of life, we need to take the first steps to achieve our goals. At the same time, the tabernacle teaches us that if we take those first steps towards building a relationship with God, He will help us achieve more. As our sages taught us, Hashem directs us in the direction that we choose. Sometimes, if you build it, they will come. Shabbat Shalom.